It's summertime. That means it's time for grilling, it's time for barbecues, it's time for crappy hamburgers, crappy hot dogs, crappy buns, crappy condiments, and crappy deli-bought potato salad. So what are we gonna do about it? Well, we teamed up with Brendan, and for the next few weeks, Brendan and I are gonna be showing you a bunch of fantastic ways to do a DIY barbecue. DIY 4th of July, DIY Father's Day, DIY Labor Day, and every barbecue in between. Here's how to make it all yourself from scratch.
This week on Working Class Foodies,
we're going to show you how to make your own hamburger buns and your own condiments. Brendan's going to walk us through how to make all of these.
Take your packet of yeast, get that activated in some warm water. A little olive oil if you want. Then in another bowl, your 2 cups bread flour, your honey, egg. The egg is totally optional. Salt. Mix that all together until it really starts coming together nicely. Once the ball of dough kind of starts getting tight and it's holding the flour, then you can take it out of the bowl, put it onto a table and knead it with the palm of your hand, just very gently, until it really comes together. It has that nice sturdy surface. Put that into a clean bowl with olive oil, and then cover it with some plastic and let it rest for probably about an hour. 400-degree oven. And then after it's rested for a while, what you'll do is you want to take the dough out and then just cut it into 6 pieces. 6 even pieces. You can form them into little balls. Coat them with a little bit of olive oil. Pat them down so they flatten out a little bit, and then get them into the oven, pizza stone. And you just want to put the polenta down on that. You can use the back of a cookie sheet, and you just want to put the polenta down on that, and that should do it. And then probably about 15-20 minutes, it should be ready. And pull them out and put them onto a rack and let them cool. And they should feel hard. When it comes to making mustard, you can do a mix of just powder, or you can grind your own from the whole seeds, or leave them as whole seeds, however you want to do it. 1 tablespoon of powder to 1 tablespoon of beer or wine or water. It's really intense stuff. Cut it with a little bit of olive oil. It takes some of the burn off the back. And once that sits, you'll have a couple days with it, then the flavor will get better and better. And then after about 4 days, 5 days, you'll notice that it starts like getting pretty mellow. And that's pretty much all you really need to do for mustard. Mayonnaise, 1 egg yolk should hold 1 cup of oil, and that's really pretty much all you really need to know. Everything else is pretty much whatever you want to do. I'll do 2 egg yolks, like 2 cups of oil. So you get a blender going, put your eggs in, pinch of salt. About a teaspoon of the mustard, a little lemon juice. Mix up the mustard and the salt and the lemon juice. Then you want to add your oil incredibly slowly. Like just get a nice thin stream in and let it emulsify. If you try and put too much oil in all at once, it'll just break and you'll lose the whole thing. 1/4 cup of water if I want to extend it. Yeah, and you just want to let it sit out and let it kind of tighten itself up. If you want to cover yourself, you can do 3 yolks and just put in 2 cups of oil. And that will really stop it from breaking. Like it will hold a little bit more. Ketchup you can make it's kind of one of those recipes that you can play with. You can have a lot of fun. Just kind of rough chop it a little bit. We sweated some shallots and some garlic. I always put in a little salt when I'm sweating the shallots, just to kind of help break them down, get the flavor in there. Then we deglazed with a little bit of white wine vinegar. And then we put in some brown sugar, some chopped tomatoes, Just let that cook for a while until pretty much the acidity from the tomato is gone and until a lot of that moisture is gone, where it really comes like a nice thick compote. And then after it cools down a little bit, you want to blend it. If you have a hand blender, that's great. Otherwise, you could put 1 cup at a time in a blender or a food processor and just buzz it all up. But wait till it cools down before you do that so you don't burn yourself. And then you have your ketchup. Putting them on the fresh baked bread is awesome.
Everything we made was delicious. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, so I'm a big Heinz girl, but you know what, honestly? Our homemade ketchup was so good that I could even do without the Heinz ketchup on the table at my barbecues this summer. Now, it's a fair question to wonder why you would spend the time making your own condiments when you can just go to the store and pick some up for super cheap. Well, first of all, making your own condiments means that you control what goes into them. We used all natural ingredients. There's no corn syrup, no corn starch, no artificial preservatives, no fake color. And on top of that, once you've made your first batch, you can really play with these. Why not try a curry ketchup, an Old Bay ketchup, maybe a hot sauce ketchup? You can really control the flavor. You can make it taste saltier or sweeter, more oniony, more garlicky, more tomatoey. Totally up to you. Our homemade mustard came out so well that I even made a second jar of it and sent it off to my dad, along with a couple other homemade treats to spice up my dad's Father's Day and all of his barbecuing for the rest of the summer.
Hot honey mustard and peanut butter.
Oh my god.
Isn't that wonderful?
Peach
Fruit.
preserves?
You get much.
Oh dear.
Beer in the shape of bread. Father's Day. If I cut this in half, it would make a perfect hamburger bun.
Love you, Dad. So the total cost for our buns and condiments came to just about $10. Now we've got mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup to last us through at least 2 barbecues. Plus, if you're into baking, the buns are fantastic practice because the more baking you do, the better at it you get. So check back in next week. We're going to be showing you how to make veggie burgers and potato salad that are way better than any veggie burgers and potato salad you've ever had before, unless you've been to Brendan's house, in which case, just find out how he makes them. So now it's your turn. Write in and let us know what you're going to be doing for Father's Day or for your 4th of July this year. And if you have any awesome bun recipes, especially one for potato buns, let us know. Same thing, if you have a recipe for whole grain mustard, love to have it because whole grain mustard is awesome. And we'll see you next week on Working Class Foodies.